Boom! John Mark Anthony here. Just touching base, gonna answer a question that was put out to me by a great YouTuber and fantastic subscriber of mine called Tyanna Semone. Basically, the question was stated, and I might put it up, I might not. I'll see if I can work out what it's not whether I can work out. I can, but it's just time permitting because I'm doing a lot of different things, spinning a lot of plates. But basically, the question is, I want to do intermittent fasting, but I take medication every 12 hours that requires food. I was thinking to do a 12-hour fast at night from 9 p.m. till 9 a.m. Does this count, or should it be longer? Great question. Not a great click. First and foremost, everything I suggest to yourself, obviously apply it with a pinch of salt, apply it with wisdom and understanding. You know in your circumstances, situation more than myself. Now, this question is a good question. As I kind of answered back to ourselves, I kind of said I'm going to come back to her, give her a bit more of a descriptive answer, because it'll be helpful for other people that may be on medication. But at the same time, relay that information that I give you with what your GP has said to you in the past, and obviously then refer back to them as well with regards to doing it. And then you can weigh up everything from there. First and foremost, the first question, is 12 from 12 a fast? Yes, if you are a person that usually does eat beyond that kind of period of time to do with your medication time. So say if, like you said, the window is from 9 till 9, and sometimes that you do snack, or you sometimes graze, or you sometimes eat. Now snack is like having something small, just like a snack, but it could be very kind of calorie dense. Eat could be something where you're having more of a kind of substantial kind of stuff. And then grazing is when you go into binge eating. So if you hit any of those three things on a regular basis, or all three of them on an off basis, if you go into an intermittent fast and you're going to do it from 9 till 9, you will see great benefits from it, because first and foremost you'll be curtailing your kind of habitual habit, or whatever it is. It could be all three of them. It could be one. It could be like snacking one time, grazing another time, eating another time. And what happens is you're kind of telling yourself now in a formatted way, no, I'm going to resist, and then you're going to replace that with things like obviously like hot tea, or a hot drink, or basically water. I wouldn't replace it with something like juice, okay? And you will know more, because obviously if you go into, because my mother-in-law is basically diabetic, so if there's something that happens to her where basically her sugar level drops, she will physically have to take something, even if it's beyond the usual kind of time. So if that's the same kind of scenario with yourself, whoever you are listening, as well as Tyanna, if that's the situation with yourself, you have to kind of put those things first. But once all those kind of things are moved out of the way, and you're just talking about the window of intermittent fasting, whatever your window is, then it comes down to you now using that window as a kind of defense mechanism into your form of eating habits. Because that's the first thing that it can help you to do. It can help you to become more dependable on yourself, and more kind of decisive with your decisions, because you're thinking, okay, I'm doing an intermittent fast, and where I'd usually eat, I'm not going to eat. So that's the first thing. You've got to look. If you don't always eat that often, is it really worth it? I don't know. Because a 12-hour window is not that big. But it can be a big window if you've got a habit where you keep kind of like overeating, or going and snacking, or something past that 9 o'clock time. Okay? So I hope that helps and kind of bring some clarification, okay? Because what you want to try and allow that window to do is, if you're lacking discipline, and you are a person that will say go and eat something at 11, 12 o'clock at night, you wake up in the middle of the night because you can't sleep, because you might suffer from I know the word and I can never remember it, when you can't sleep at night, okay? And then and you're lying there and you end up getting up and snacking. Intermittent fasting will help you with just those basic things as well. And obviously, instead of you going and have something to eat, you go and have something like a warm drink or a hot drink, something like hot water and lemon, something like that, or basically just some water or a cup of tea or something like that. That's where it's going to be a benefit to yourself. Can you extend the window longer? It's really, a lot of people do. A lot of people get onto intermittent fasting and then they've got a nutritionist, and then what they do is they focus on, but obviously they will be working with someone that's got diabetes, or type 1 or type 2, or basically hypertension, or all these other kind of, I mean, there's so many numerous kind of ailments and sicknesses and diseases, unfortunately, that many of us are afflicted with. I know of people that have come off of stuff as well, but with regards to do with your situation, Tyanna, Tyanna, sorry, I don't know if I pronounced it right, so forgive me. I would definitely get recommendations, speak about it with your, basically your doctor and so forth, and get directives in regards to what to do. Because I know the challenges that you can face are very diverse and come at so many different angles. But there are people that have had debilitating diseases and things that are impeding their life, that are kind of life-threatening. And what they've done is they've kind of thrown all themselves in. But even then, they have to go. It's not a nutritionist. I don't even know what the word is. There's a particular word where someone basically focuses on medicine to be the medicine, food to be the actual medicine, rather than actual drugs itself. So that would be, I would say that's I would say to look into that anyway, full stop, with regards to do with how things are with yourself. I would definitely say that with regards to any ailment. If you're really serious and you are trying to diet and you are trying to get your weight under control, but you're finding that things like insulin and other kind of things that you're having to have going in your body are just messing up your whole metabolism and everything else, I would look into that route. I wouldn't say I would go there, but I would definitely find a consultant, look around on Google, ask obviously friends. More often than not, if you've got a YouTube channel, I know that you guys and girls will liaise with other people that are going through particular challenges such as yourself, and try and find one or two or three that have literally gone down that route, that they've been able to come off of their medication through a nutritionist. And then don't take on their mantle of what they've said, but try and find out if you can be referred to them, or if there's a way that you can actually get engaged with them and everything else. And obviously, I know over the other side of the pond, there's all things like insurances, unfortunately, and challenges like that. So I'm talking in a very wide breadth, but I am saying long term, it's really worth looking into, because I know that food is definitely a perfect medicine, but it's knowing the right food combinations and being able to make the right decisions and everything else. And obviously, I'm a great believer in a plant-based diet. It's helped me in a lot of different things that I haven't even spoke about yet, which I'll be coming to in the very near future. And intermittent fasting can latch onto that, and obviously it begins to extrapolate you away from the medication that is so impeding, because any form of medication that you take, it does something else that's counterproductive, whatever happens. Okay, and it's a horrible thing, but you do have to research further from where you may be standing or sitting or lying right now with this impedance that you got on your body and on your life. Because it's easier said than done. I'm saying something, you might be thinking, but John, you don't understand. And I don't understand your circumstances, but I understand my own personal and also other people's personal circumstances within my family kind of circle of influence. And where we've made a decision to come away from medication and go into nutrition to deal with certain things. And 9 times, I'd say any time when I've experienced that, it's been 9 to 8 times out of 10, it's been the right decision. You've been able to come off the medication. If not, what happens is you end up being able to wean yourself off and not be on so much medication. But everyone's situation is completely different. Everyone's dynamics of their body and how they respond to food, how they will basically respond to medication and everything else is different. It's a complete minefield. But anytime you're taking more than, say, 2 different forms of medication, you are kind of going into a minefield anyway, because anytime they do any tests to do with any kind of pharmaceuticals that go into our bodies, no matter how big or small, usually almost ultimately is tested within a particular framework, as in the patient is kind of like looked at, and the information is given out in regards to do with if you use this and you combine it with this or that, like with 1 or 2 different things. As soon as you're going into 3, 4, 5, now the doctor is working in the realm of kind of listening to what other people say, but there's no peer written kind of paper on regards to do with that cocktail, because it's just a cocktail now. And every single pharmaceutical kind of tablet, or whatever, I might not be right using the right terms, but they all have some kind of outcome. They fix something, but they do something else somewhere else. And then what happens is you're kind of you're stacking things on one on top of another. And that's why I would say it's definitely in your own interest. And more often than not, it can be even a lot cheaper as well. A lot cheaper to do with insurance. Because you could have a whole set of supplements that are kind of given to you, and they'll be in the region of somewhere like $300 to $1,000, and you've got this nutritionist, and you're seeing them, and they're giving you advice and everything else. Whereas when you're getting some serious medication given to you on a daily or on a regular basis, I know it's, well, I can't say I know. That's not, I don't experience that, but financially it can be must be very, very crippling. So you will know what insurances are in place for yourself and everything else, but I implore, I'm trying to hopefully use the right words, I implore you to look into it deeper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link some how can I put it, because I've been watching a lot of stuff. Yes, I'm on the outside. I haven't been impeded by many things that you guys and girls have been impeded, but I have been impeded with some stuff, and I've had family members impeded by some stuff, some big things, okay? And they've made a decision, and they've got into it even blind. They haven't gone into it really looking into nutrition properly, nutritionally. They've kind of just gone and thought, I want to go about it that way, I want to go about it this way. So I'm going to put particular videos below, or I might... No, what I might do is I think what I do is I will just do an interim towards different videos, and I'll do it over the next couple of days, where I'll just speak literally for about 2 or 3 minutes saying this is what this video is about, a summary, and the video will be about an hour long or an hour and 20 minutes long. And then at least then you can think, okay, it's worthwhile me watching this one. It will just be a link that I'll put underneath, and it will just be my viewpoint of what I'm hearing from this, because I've found some really good practitioners. Some of them are faith-based, not because I'm faith-based in any shape or form. I just leave myself open-minded, and I extrapolate information. So I'll give you a reason why I've listened to this person and why I think what they're saying makes sense. And then it doesn't have to be that you're going to follow what they're saying or what they're doing. You're just following the mindset of what they suggested, and then looking and discovering and searching for yourself over Google, and trying to link up with other possible people that have gone through that same route but are on YouTube, and they've got a channel and they're experiencing what you're experiencing. Okay? Hopefully that really does help, because I'm going to be putting time into this, and I don't want you to do it because of me. I want you to do it because of yourself. Look into it, watch them. So I'm going to be putting up I'm going to try and put up one every single day, where I'll just talk for literally 5 minutes. Not a long one like this. This is just this is like a big kind of overall bird's eye view. This is what this is. This is what it's about. And now we're going to start, John's going to start directing me and directing others and directing us towards what we might be thinking. Okay? And then I'll keep doing a summary, no longer than, say, how long has this been? Yeah, I'll be literally 10 minutes max, where I'll do a kind of a blurb. I'll have a link of 1 or 2 videos, and then you, the listener, you, the viewer, you, the person going through what you're going through, can think, okay, I know I can watch that at some point of time, it's there. And then you can watch it, and then you can put your views back down on what you might have discovered, what you feel, whatever, back underneath the actual summary video that I've done. Okay? So I hope that helps. I know that this is very broad, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to cover a big kind of area of things there. So for you guys and girls that are on prescription medication, be looking out. I don't know how I'm gonna kind of tab it or whatever, but we'll work out a way. We'll find a way, and then you'll start seeing that I'm putting out some stuff like, because I've got loads of stuff that I've watched and everything else. some for family members, some for myself, some for just me trying to find out stuff, to tell the truth. All to do with nutrition and how nutrition could be used as a medicine, a cane-based medicine to try and help us with a lot of things that we do go through. So I hope that helps. Please press the like if you find this good and interesting, that you wanted me to go down that bit. Comment below. Also tell me what kind of stuff that you ailments that you may be having that are kind of debilitating, that have not really got a kind of almost can't be hit. They almost kind of said you can't be healed or whatever, because a lot of the time there's plant-based ways of doing stuff, food-based ways of doing stuff, which is all basically to do with eating and everything else and nutrition, where you're able to reverse many, or if not a lot, or majority of a lot of the ailments that are out there. Okay, so thank you for spending time to listen. Like I said, please like, comment below, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and keep following. I'll see you again soon. Just go do it already. Keep on keeping on.